ఏపీ రాజధాని అమరావతిలో ఏపీ జ్యుడిషియల్ అకాడమీ కార్యాలయ నిర్మాణ పనులకు శంకుస్థాపన జరిగింది. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో సీఎం చంద్రబాబు, సుప్రీంకోర్టు ప్రధాన న్యాయమూర్తి జస్టిస్ సూర్యకాంత్, సుప్రీంకోర్టు న్యాయమూర్తులు, హైకోర్టు న్యాయమూర్తులు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొన్నారు. ప్రస్తుతం హైకోర్టుకు సమీపంలో నిర్మించనున్న ఏపీ హైకోర్టు అతిథి గృహం, క్లబ్ భవనాల నిర్మాణాలను సైతం శంకుస్థాపన చేశారు. అనంతరం హైకోర్టు న్యాయమూర్తులు నివాస భవనాల సముదాయాన్ని సిజిఐ సూర్యకాంత్ ప్రారంభించారు. ఇక దామినేడు వద్ద జిల్లా కోర్టు భవన సముదాయానికి శ్రీకారం చుట్టారు.
Orderly discharge and smooth functioning of courts throughout the country is monitored throughout the country. Apart from the fact that this is also a holy town, but they're equally concerned about the development of infrastructure throughout the country. We all know that judges have been working throughout the country in adverse circumstances. Their building infrastructure was not much to talk about. In some court complexes, there were no toilets. If there were toilets, there were no toilets for lady advocates. Even the courtrooms, the chambers of judges were not much to talk about. Our court infrastructure was abysmally inadequate insofar as the office infrastructure of bureaucrats is concerned or other officers in a district is concerned. There were times when our judicial officers in the district judiciary would travel by public transport while government officers would have their official vehicles. So we have seen those difficult times. But over the years, that situation has improved. I remember that it used to be said that infrastructure is okay, but a judge can sit under a tree and discharge justice. You must have the will to do that. And I can tell you a very practical example. My lords, in the year 2014-15, when Kashmir experienced floods, the entire city was submerged in water, and the High Court building was no exception. The High Court building got submerged to the extent of almost 1.5 stories. The records got submerged, they got destroyed. But a temporary High Court was made functional in one of the residences of the honorable judges. A tent was pitched with a view to send a message that the city may be submerged, but we are here under a tent, we are prepared to work. That is the spirit with which judges work. But now with changing times, with so much of backlog of cases descending upon the courts, it was imperative to ensure that some method be adopted to overcome the challenges. And adoption of technology therefore became imperative. Now, for adoption of technology, you cannot survive in the old premises, as the worthy bar president was saying, that it was difficult to work in old premises, inadequate space. I was being told by Mr. Gurunath, our additional district judge, that it is even difficult to enter the old premises because of the narrow passage which leads to the court premises. And therefore, it does affect the working of the system. When I came here in 2023, and I experienced that there were only 3 seasons in this state: hot, hotter, and hottest. When I saw that we were comfortably placed in the High Court as also our residences, while the district judiciary was working in adverse circumstances, immediately we decided to have a plan. We succeeded in the plan. In 2023, we made operational all district judiciary complexes in the entire state are air conditioned. This perhaps has improved efficiency. It has made life not only for the litigant, but also for the judges and the advocates in particular more comfortable. The efficiency has gone up. Therefore, if you have infrastructure, good infrastructure, the efficiency goes up, the will to work goes up. And that is why it is important to have good infrastructure. And when looking to the future, what was adequate 50 years ago when the old complex would have been created seems to be totally inadequate today. And if we look in that perspective, we will see that 14.5 acres, which is now made available to us for this court complex, will at least hold us in good stead for the next 100 years, I'm sure. I congratulate all of you once again for this good beginning that we had today with the pious blessings of Lord Balaji in the morning when we all went for an early morning darshan. The sanctity and the manner in which we performed puja with the commitment and assurance given by the President of the Bar today, I'm sure that you will maintain the same ethical standards, both the bench and the bar, in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my Lord Chief Justice, for the inspiring and visionary address. It is my privilege to respectfully invite Honorable Sri Justice Pamidigantam Sri Narasimha, Judge Supreme Court of India, whose scholarly depth and constitutional insight are widely admired, to kindly address the gathering. Please, my Lord. I now respectfully invite Honorable Sri Justice J.K. Maheshwari, Judge Supreme Court of India, who has rendered notable service to the judiciary of Andhra Pradesh, to kindly address this august gathering.
Honorable the Chief Justice of India and other judges of the Supreme Court, Honorable the Chief Justice of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh and other judges present, the District Judge Aruna Sarika, President, District Court Bar Association, distinguished judicial officers, respected members of the bar, administrative officers present, gracious ladies and gentlemen. It is a profound honor to be here and to share my views today in Tirupati, a city that resonates with the collective faith and spiritual devotion of millions. To be here on the sacred soil of this Karam Bhumi for laying a foundation stone for this new 16-court complex is a movement of deep professional and personal significance. We are gathered at the feet of Tirumala Hills, a place known not merely for its ancient sanctity, but as a beacon of Dharma. In our legal tradition, we often speak of the Temple of Justice. In Tirupati, the line between the Temple of the Divine and the Temple of Law feels beautifully thin. Both institutions are built upon the same bedrock, the pursuit of truth and the restoration of the order. As we break down the ground today, we must remember that the court is defined not by its architecture, but by integrity of the processes that happens within its wall. In a city where 1,000 performs the Kanikaryam, means service to the Lord, we, the members of the legal fraternity, must view our work as a Kanikaryam to the Constitution of India. I am reminded of the verse from the Bhagavad Gita, Karmanye vadika rastu ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phale hetu bhurma te sango swatva karmani. You have the right to work only, but never to its fruit. Let not the fruits of action be your motive, nor let your attachment be to inaction. This is the ultimate credo for the legal profession. We are the stewards of Dharma, tasked with ensuring that law serves the people not as a tool of power, but as a guardian of equity. We must perform our duties with detachment and integrity, focusing on the process of justice, knowing that ultimate fruit is our collective reward. This complex is not just about a brick, mortar, or architectural expansion. It is about expanding the reach